Mr. Witherspoon, John Witherspoon, Pops Witherspoon is on.
Love this guy.
Thank you for having me.
Bang Bang Man and all that Friday movies and everything.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for the next 35 or 45 minutes.
Do you still work that into a lot of your stand-up? Because you're doing stand-up at Caroline's this weekend.
I have to mention my lines. I deliver all my lines before I start doing my act, because if I don't, they'll do it from the audience.
And they'll interrupt your flow of what you're doing.
So when I come out, I say, bang, 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 bang. Don't nobody go in the bathroom for the next 35 or 45 minutes.
I love that.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the damn refrigerator, eating up all the food, all the chitlins, all the collard greens, all the pig feet.
Hog maw.
All the hog maws.
Where's your family originally from?
Mississippi. My father and my mother was from Arkansas, but my family was from Mississippi. And my granddad had to leave early because this white man going to cut his watermelon out his watermelon patch without telling him. He and his son.
He was a sharecropper.
He was a sharecropper, yeah, way back then. Yeah. My granddad died about 25 years ago, so he was 97. So he way back.
He saw a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your granddad. So you're talking about
18 something.
1860s, 70s.
Yeah, he's an old dude.
Well, it's interesting you bring that, because I did want to talk to you about everything that's going on in the world, because you have seen a lot, and you've been in comedy 35 years, right?
35 years, maybe more.
So, and comedians often, are able to take what's happening in the world and bring it in a funny way, address it, but then make us laugh about it to almost forget that we're mad about what's happening.
Yeah, but that thing in Missouri is nothing funny about that.
Not at all.
No, brother.
From your perspective, and everything that you see going on in Ferguson, and even police brutality in general, you lived in L.A. for how many years?
And I'm from Detroit, so
So yes,
a lot of
riots and
police
things like that.
stuff was going on when I was in the riot. 67.
You participated.
I didn't participate because I was doing pretty good, but I knew that it wasn't right. When they tore up that place, boy, that place was torn down.
How do you feel about riots? Like when you start seeing people resort to that out of anger and frustration. How do you feel?
Almost have to, almost have to do something to start healing or get something going, because the riots letting you know, man, that we tired of this. This shit is tiring. And they tore that place up. They used to have pawn shops all down Grand River. And they had the pawn shops, and they had the grocery stores. Shh. When that riot came, everybody had food.
Was that 66?
About 67, 66. And everybody had a watch on. Everybody had a watch in a ring. They tore those damn pawn shops up.
But what did that end up doing to the community? I mean, that business, that commerce never came back.
Thank God it didn't. Because it was they making Jewish people making all the money, and because they would have pawn shops. They don't mind going to a ghetto until some shit go down. All of a sudden everybody mean with them, but they taking everybody's money.
But what about the businesses that were black owned or like?
They put a sign up on. They put a sign that Soul Brother.
Because I remember I lived through the riots,
LA riots,
the LA riots, and I just remember in my old neighborhood, some of those businesses, they never recovered.
No, you never recovered. But the Soul Brothers, nobody touched them because they knew that was a black-owned property. Doesn't make it right, but the fact is that you don't even worry about your barbershop getting torn down.
And riots is that moment where people feel like nobody's listening to them, so that's how they can get everybody's attention. I hate when it goes to that, though.
It's horrible, because the police officers that shot that kid, he probably hate black folks and hate that he had to go in that ghetto in that neighborhood to police those people.
You think so?
Oh my God! They hate the fact that that's when that boy when the boy he opened the door with his dumb ass. He opened the door. He didn't pull out far enough so when he opened the door, hit the kid pushed the door back on his ass. Then he walked. They all ran, and he followed him. Yeah, he gonna shoot the kid.
Do you think that these police officers sign up for these jobs? Do you think they sign up for? Are you saying that these police officers sign up for these jobs because they enjoy mistreating people, even though they hate them? Is that what you're saying?
I think they start off thinking that it's going to be a piece of cake, and being a police officer is a tough job.
Very tough.
And you got to be a person who got a head on right. And you crazy yourself, and none of those police officers lived in that neighborhood. None in Ferguson. No one lived in that neighborhood. You got to live around the people. So then you say, "Hey, man, Joe, what you doing, man? Stop all that." You know, but you living out there in the stick somewhere, in a trailer park, and then you can come down here and tell these people what to do.
Damn, you put them right in the trailer park.
Oh, they're trailer park, but they have bumpers on the trailer park, and white wall tires.
White wall tires.
I think unfortunately, it is Mr. Witherspoon. With all due respect, it's easier for us to assume that that's the way the cop was, but we don't know. Like it could, like you could. There are situations sometimes when things go wrong, and the person who does the wrong, horrible thing, they did a horrible, wrong thing, but they're not the horrible person we would want to portray them as because it would be easier. We don't know. I don't know anything about them. I don't know anything about any of them. I just know it's easier to paint them one way than for it to be mixed up.
And the reason I wanted to bring it up to you is because you've seen so much. So you're basing your perspective on experience.
From Detroit.
And L.A. You were in L.A.
In L.A. They had all the stuff in L.A., the riots and stuff. But, in Detroit, it was all white police officers. That's what I'm saying.
Let me stop you right there. But how come we don't sign up for those jobs?
But black people don't want to be no police officer. At least I never did.
I never did either. But I'm just saying, if we want to make sure that our communities aren't under or under lack of a better term, oppression from people who don't understand us or don't care about us, you would think that, wait a minute, let's sign up for these jobs.
Well, I don't think black people as a whole want to be a police officer. More normally police officers come from being a soldier. Mm-hmm. Then they go into the force.
That's right.
From when they get home.
Or their dad was maybe in that and they want to sign up for this lifestyle.
But black people, we're not into being a soldier all the time either. I passed the crazy test, so I didn't go to Vietnam.
You mean you failed the crazy test?
I passed the crazy test. They told me to go home. So you black people, I don't know any black people that wanted to be police officers.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, I don't know any.
But also,
but shout to what's the guy, Ron Johnson, who's out there.
Oh, they're driving him crazy.
They're driving him crazy. Do you think he's doing a good job, and do you like what he's doing?
They're going to bring a black man in and try to keep everybody quiet still, but the boy walking home with he and his friend walking in the middle of the street, not supposed to be shot six times. So Johnson, he can do all he wants, but it shouldn't quell the situation there. I would tell Johnson, you should go back where you came from.
Well, he's from that neighborhood originally.
I thought he's from St. Louis.
Well, it all is St. Louis, but Ferguson is a part of St. Louis County. Right. So it's a little small part. Yeah. So you must have been channeling this anger in the movie Friday, because the way you were treating those animals,
those dogs,
it was unnecessary.
I grab a dog and I choke him.
Well, I mean,
I don't like no dog, because when I was coming up in Detroit,
oh God, here we go.
I hate a dog because when I grew up in Detroit, the dogs used to run in packs.
Yeah, because that was in the hood, because nobody took care of them.
And they even ran the dog catcher. The dog catcher couldn't even catch them dogs. Be about 20 of them.
Pops. But once again, the reason the dogs was hanging out in the hood was because the families that purchased the dogs didn't do the right things with the dogs. So for the dog to survive, they got together in little packs
and they
run the neighborhood and scare everybody to survive.
And I stayed on the top of a car for many hours trying to abduct them little ugly ass dogs.
Yeah, but it's not the dog's fault. It was our fault because we didn't take care of the dog.
No, the dog would have a lot of puppies.
Because you didn't spay or neuter the dog.
No, I ain't had no dog. My daddy had a dog named King, and that ugly ass damn dog. But the dog used to chase me. I'd be sitting on top of a car for 4 hours, because he would sit down there and wait for me. I tried to come down, I'd run back up on the car. When I was a kid,
and that's why now all day you're foot up a dog's ass.
I grab a dog and I choke him and put my foot up his ass.
John Witherspoon, ladies and gentlemen, you want to check him out? Caroline's on Broadway. How many shows you doing?
I'm doing one tonight, 2 tomorrow, 7:30 and 10, 2 Saturday, 7:30 and 10, and 1 Sunday, 7:30.
A lot of shows.
All
a lot of shows.
Now when you walked in the room, you was grumbling about losing some money. What were you guys talking about?
What happened?
Laura asked you about some cards or something. What?
Oh, I on my webpage.
You was grumbling. You was saying.
No, because I asked him about the spoon cards, because he had a line of greeting cards. So I said, what happened with that?
I have a webpage. I have merchandise on it. You know?
Oh, okay.
Bangbang.com.
How many bangs? Wait.
4 bangs.
Bang. Okay.
4 bangs. And Mr. Big Shot had an idea. I'm having some greeting cards made of myself as Santa Claus, as the Easter Bunny, as I got a big bone from Costco, and I got a bone to pick with you, holding one of them like that, and I made about 80,000. I think I sold 6.
6,000.
6,000. I wish I could have sold 6 cars.
No, 6 cars.
Oh,
6
6
cars,
cars.
man.
That's a shame.
And you can get them on my webpage, and I got a bunch of them.
Every holiday I got you
Make a
covered.
good deal.
I got a bunch of them cars, boy. You talking about just waste of time and money.
Paper.
I hired a photographer. I hired
Oh, my
a
goodness.
wardrobe people to go get the Santa Claus outfit for me. I did all that. I ain't so deadly.
You could have literally just taken that money and thrown it right in the garbage, directly in the garbage.
I did. It's paper. It's paper in my storage bin. I must say they all over my storage bin. Dust everywhere. And so but I have on there. I have T-shirts. Hoes Got to Eat Too. That's a T-shirt.
That's nice.
Really? That's a good one.
That's a good
nice.
T-shirt. Don't nobody go in the bathroom for 35, 45 minutes.
Classic.
Okay.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yep.
Love that.
And I have. Let's see. That's
What about you got to coordinate? You don't have a coordinate?
Yeah, I got that, but I got it on there. I haven't looked at that webpage in a while. I'm so pissed at them damn greeting cards.
You gotta go check out
Bang, bang, bang.com.
Four bangs.
And I got a show tonight on, Black Jesus is coming on again
Yes,
tonight.
yeah.
It's 11 o'clock at night on the cartoon.
How's that doing? We
Doing
had
very
Charlie
good.
Murphy here. He was
Yeah, Charlie, my man, he's the one that's, and I work together in Black Jesus.
Yeah.
He hires me to keep an eye on Jesus and his disciples. I'm a homeless man, see. And he give me a sandwich and let me sleep in his closet on the floor.
So, have you been following any of the feedback on Black Jesus at all?
A lot of it's hot, but 3 million people watch it.
Yeah, it did good.
And this last week, it's only been on twice. This is the third week coming up tonight. But they maintain the same rating. With the
that's
people.
good.
So it's
That's
about
good.
3 million people watch it.
Because leading into it, everybody was like, "Uh-oh."
Oh yeah.
And now I think people are trying to get the joke a little bit. They're
Right.
they're getting the humor.
But it says blasphemous, But people, they're gonna have some haters and people who have a different opinion. That's all it is.
Are you working on any movies? You got anything coming up outside of bangbang.com and the fact
Bang,
that
bang,
you're...
bang, bang.
Oh, sorry.
4 bangs.
4 bangs and the
Yeah.
fact that you're going broke over these cards.
I ain't going broke, but I ain't never do that again. I never did that. I'm gonna send y'all some. Y'all give me a card. I send y'all some nice,
Okay, good.
nice Christmas cards. You can send them to your people.
Oh, good. I want to
No,
see
we
that.
need
I
some.
would love one.
Oh, I have a bunch of them. Let me tell you something. But we're going back on the TV show, The First Family. We started taping, I think, the end of this month.
Okay.
Where I play the president of the United States father, and Gladys Knight is my wife.
I like it.
So I get a chance to suck on them big old lips every week.
Really?
She kisses me all the time.
Oh, more. Lucky Gladys.
I had a thing for Gladys when I was a kid. My grandma
Yeah.
used to be into that, and I used to be like, "Wow, she got some big old." It's nice.
She's a nice lady too. Plus, she can sing her ass off.
That's
Still.
for sure.
Yeah. So we got the shows we're gonna start. We're supposed to do 104 shows. We only did 27. So they closed production last November. I thought we were finished, but now they said they're coming back. They got some more money. They're gonna shoot some about 24 more.
What network is that on?
It's syndicated across the country, but it's on Centrix.
Centrix. Yeah. Very good.
And I played the president of the United States father, and I wear the flower clothes and been screwing up the White House with them. It's a lot of fun.
Good.
A lot of fun. Christopher Duncan plays the president. He was on Jamie Foxx show.
Of course.
Remember him? Yeah.
Wait, so was acting what you always wanted to do, or you wanted to do comedy and then acting kind of came?
No, I was an actor first. I went to acting classes, and he put on a comedy show once a year, and he said, "I want you to be on this show this year." And I said, "I don't know, what am I going to do?" He said, "Think of something." So I got this guy who was my actor partner we would do lines together, and I had him as a reporter, and I played President Johnson, and I got me a cheap $10 hat, and I would have him ask me questions. I would give him stupid answers, and everybody died laughing.
They loved
I said,
it.
Wow. Then I did a impression of Johnny Mathis, and they said, "Woo!" And that stole the show. I got to stand in ovation. I said, "Damn, I may make me some money doing this."
Now, was this in L.A., Detroit?
LA.
This started in
the
LA.
Art Institute. They had a big.
And this is in the late 60s?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Early. Yeah. Middle 60s.
So while Johnson was still president.
He was president. Yeah.
How was your Johnson impression?
Typical. It's easy. Well, my fellow American, you just they don't know what he sound like anyway. It's just me with a cowboy hat on, and I got the guy sitting down answering me questions like I had a press conference. It was very funny.
That is
and I
funny.
wrote that in real quick, and it turned out to be. I said, "Damn!" So I said, "I can make some money doing this." So I started going to clubs and stuff around Detroit, and then I moved to New York. I lived here for in 1971, 72, and I stayed on 36th and 3rd. But Bud Freeman, he used to have the Improv on 44th Street. He would give me a spot at 3:45 in the morning. And I got to go to Hartford to work at the Grand Central Station at 8. That punk.
But he was giving you a look, though.
He wasn't giving me none. I think he left before I got home just to make sure somebody covered them spots.
Got it.
And have the doorman lock up. I go in, there'd be 12 people in the room, maybe, and 6 of those were 8 waitresses. 6 were 8 waitresses. They were waitresses. So, but you struggle in life. I mean, that's why I'm working my ass off now. I do everything. Cartoon. I do commercial. They give me one. Comedy, stand-up movie. I do all that shit. I was broke when I was a kid, see.
But right now you could stop. You just like to keep going, huh?
Oh, I can't stop. No.
No, you can't because you don't want to.
I don't want to stop. No.
Right. But
No,
you're rich. You got money.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
You do pretty good. You're sitting on minimum high 7 figures.
He's Jewish. He's counting your money.
I am.
Exactly.
Could be 8.
Seven figures is over $1 million, right?
Yeah, you're in the millions. You're sitting on millions. You got a few of them. You got a few of them. He's got a few M's.
He does good.
He's got an 18-year-old son. He ain't trying to talk about his money.
I know.
The boy
He's going to college.
Yeah, exactly. He went to private school too. I caught that too.
Yeah, that's a lot of damn money. You're right. But I still, look, I don't go and buy a Lamborghini. I don't spend on $200,000 on a car. I got cars, but I got I got a Bentley. I got an old Bentley, 1955.
Really?
Oh, wow.
You still drive it.
Oh yeah.
That right there is worth at least.
No, 50,000.
What about your kids? Do you spoil your kids?
I don't know.
Like
No, I
if
teach
they want, like, I don't know, if they want a Bentley,
Oh
would you
no,
give one to your
hell
daughter?
no. Hell no. Bentley. I get that boy an old Range Rover, 1995.
Wait, how many
Yeah.
how many
That's how
kids
you
do you
get.
have?
Two sons.
Just 2 boys.
Uh-huh.
How old? The college?
One
and-
is 18 and one is 26.
Oh, okay.
But oh no, I don't spoil that. What you mean spoiled? Oh no, Bentley?
Are you single?
No, I'm
Married.
married. I'm married.
And y'all always been together?
Who? My wife?
You and
I?
your wife, yeah.
About 20-something years.
Nice. So yeah, that's the
yeah.
thing. You also found ways to save money because a lot of comedians and actors, the other things that mess up their lives is divorce, lots of kids, all kind. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you can't get divorced now. That's why Robin Williams had so much trouble. He was in money. He had money problems.
That's what they said.
Because he had about 3 wives, and they divorced him in California. She gonna get most of the stuff.
You hear that? The rumors out today that Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey are supposedly getting divorced.
I heard that. Well, isn't he 25 years younger than her?
Something like that. Something like that.
15.
Like 15.
Well, that's gonna happen after about 3 or 4 years.
They've been married for like 6, right? They
Yeah,
have twins.
that's about right though. I mean, did he get? He didn't get a prenup, did he?
I'm sure. Look, she's got so much bread.
She got plenty of money.
I'm sure they signed some sort of document.
Yeah, they
boy.
came with what they came with, right?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, that's no good, man. You've got to go with something if you younger than she is. 15 years younger.
You got to take
You
some.
ain't getting nothing.
You got to take some.
But he does pretty good for himself, though.
He makes money. I mean, look, he
But
probably
he ain't making no $300 million.
no. He don't have her money, but he's got his. He'll
He's
be
doing
fine.
fine. He'll do fine, but ain't nothing wrong with about 3 or 4.
Extra million.
Yeah, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 million, 12, 13, 14, 15.
You take it. You take it.
Oh, I make sure I go back with her till we get that shit straight. I said, oh baby, I was just joking. I do love you now. Then about 2 more years, you figured finagle a way to get that cash out of her.
That's very nice.
Yo, so you were in comedy. You were in comedy performing in L.A. in the late '60s.
No, 60s. No, 74 when I got here.
74, California.
74 when I got.
So
to
the
California.
'70s. Richard Pryor was the man.
He was at the comedy store. I left Detroit, drove all the way to California by myself in a 1965 Mustang that leaked oil and transmission fluid. Drove all the way to California by myself, and Richard Pryor was at the comedy store, and that's how I met Richard and hung out with them. And at the comedy store, where everybody come to the comedy store to find out who's funny, so they can hire them to do TV shows and all that stuff. See, so I met Richard, and Richard was cool. He's a nice fellow.
Y'all partied together? Who else was hot? Red Fox was hot at that time.
Red Fox was very. He had the Sanford and Son show.
Yeah,
He's funny. He come in there. See what I did? I got a job as the MC there. David Letterman emceed the first show. I emceed the second show.
Wow.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Red Fox, everybody come to my show. Because, I had Richard there, and then Red Fox coming in, get me a double Cavassier. And I ain't going to pay a damn shit for this damn drink. And
They must have had some wild
Coke
nights.
back. Oh, yeah, Sam Kinison.
Oh wow.
All of them were there on my show, And then Robert Williams would come back. We had one show where it was Richard Pryor would come there and spend 6 months there to work on his new album. When I was the MC, so I know what to do when Richard come in there. Because you never look up, he's there. Hadn't been there in 6 months, but he happened to be there. I said, damn, Richard, what are you doing here? I come see how you doing, Spoon. How you doing? You know, small talk.
Right.
But I know that he want to go on stage, but he don't know how to tell you to get up on stage. So I had to coax him up on stage.
Because you knew that's what he really wanted. He wanted to practice.
But he wouldn't come to the comedy store and sit in the back for nothing. So he wanted to practice. So I would walk away. I'll come back. Richard want a drink? Yeah, he can get that drink he likes. Then I walk away again. Come back. Richard want to go on stage for a minute? Now, Spoon, just call. See how you doing, Spoon? What's up? Then I walk away again. Come back. Richard, I can do 2 minutes, Richard. He go up there and do an hour and a half. Then he have his secretary call me the next day and say, Spoon, Richard want to thank you for getting it back up on stage.
Wow,
so
that's dope.
and it happened 3 or 4 times with Richard. But then I would open for him. So when it would be, I would open, I would do about 40 minutes. Richard would go do an hour and a half. Then you got everybody want to go and follow Richard now. So you got Robin Williams want to go up, and then Eddie Murphy go up in the same show.
Wow.
So you're talking. So there really were nights where people would see yourself and Richard, Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, same night.
Same night, yeah.
Incredible.
But it'd be packed in there. And it would be the small room, because, you know, she got a big room and she got a small. This room hold about 250. The other room hold about 600. So we moved into the main room. It was Richard and I. And so, but you have so many people come there. You know, I saw Mick Jagger, and I had Willie Nelson. I taught Willie Nelson to go up on stage. He went up there with his good time, start singing.
Really?
Yes. And all the big stars would come there.
So yeah, there was a lot of women in there.
Oh man, there was a lot of women all the time in there.
And Richard liked the white women.
Richard married Deborah Jean. She's black.
Yeah.
Richard liked women.
He liked women.
He liked women, but he never did marry them. To the point to marry them, he escaped.
Right.
Where did Richard go? Oh man, that dude's in Las Vegas. What happened? He's gonna be married today.
Gone.
People buying gifts and everything, wedding gifts. He's gone.
Had you seen Robin Williams in recent years?
He was at Caroline's 2 or 3 years ago. He was walking down the street and saw my picture on the wall. He said he thought that was my son because my picture was young. I ain't got a new picture. He came into the dressing room. Spoon. Oh, that is you. Why don't you get a bigger, better picture? That ain't your son. I thought that was your son doing stand up now. I said, oh no, man. I'm gonna get the picture. I'm gonna get another picture soon. That picture looked like I'm 40 years old.
How much of in the comedy world? How did you guys think about and talk about Robin Williams? How great was he thought to be?
Well, you know, Robin was just another comic. We don't praise all that stuff. Robin was around the comedy store every damn night. You know, and Robin used to lift people's lines and stuff. He would take people's jokes and stuff and put it on Mork and Mindy, and they would be mad at him.
Oh, really? He had things like that back in the day?
Well, he would come there Monday morning with his lawyer and sign checks for people.
Oh, but he would end up paying people?
Yeah, because he took their line, and everybody was mad.
This is like the 80s.
80s,
early 80s,
when he was doing Mork and Mindy.
Right at the beginning.
Yep. But nice fellow. I knew Robin when he first got to California. You know, I think he's from San Francisco.
Yeah, he's from Northern California.
Yeah, and he came down here. And in '74, I was working at Gucci in Beverly Hills, selling shoes. And
you was a fly guy.
I worked there for about 8 months. And rich people's feet smell just as bad as poor people.
If you're wondering.
Just in case.
But I knew Robin. He come in the store all the time, and hang out, sit down, and talk to me while I'm putting shoes on these pretty women. But he was quiet. Robin he wasn't no crazy dude. Like Richard Pryor. When Richard Pryor come on stage, he wasn't just the same character. He was quiet.
A lot of comedians are like that.
Quiet.
Though. Yeah.
I go home. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to go out and go and party. I don't go to no parties. Oh man, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? You know, but a lot of comics. If he's a comic, he's quiet. And Richard, if he's out there going crazy, being on stage every 5 seconds, then that means your ass is going crazy. You're about to blow up. If you got to make jokes every 5 seconds.
Right.
That's not comedy. You know, because comedy is serious. Comedy is serious. You got to be funny, boy. In some of these places I work, damn, you better not come out there and not bring it. You got to be happy, and everybody is upset. You got to bring it. The way the rhythm got to be upbeat. Like I'm at Caroline's. I got to be upbeat. I can't go in there. How y'all doing? Because I'm not that kind of character anyway. I'm Pops. Pops is funny. Pops is crazy.
Pops a wacky old dad.
Pops is I'm the homeless man on Black Jesus. I'm crazy.
It's not hard for you. You can get into it easily.
Easy. But when I'm off stage, I'm not that character though.
Right. But for some reason, the crazy guy is
Come
easy.
out. You know what I do? I look in my mind the people that I grew up with. When I grew up with, they were junkies. All these dudes were heroin addicts, and they were so funny. When they got that heroin, ooh my God! I was a little kid watching them. I never had heroin, but they were funny. And I used to love them. Bleed, the guy named Bleed. What a name! Camel Red. That was the guy's name. Give me a tic tac. Bleed, Camel Red, Red Wine. That was the guy's name.
Is this all the same guy?
No,
Different
people,
people.
and they're all funny. They get that heroin. They come out the lady's house where they shoot the heroin and smoke a joint. Ooh, these some funny dudes.
So you would
here.
just hang out with them just to study them and get some material?
My friend was their uncle and his friends. So that's how I hung around with. I go over his house and they're all in there.
Oh wow!
Drinking beer and smoking that weed and shooting heroin.
Were other kinds of drug addicts not heroin? Like is heroin a particularly funny and friendly kind of drug addict as opposed to other ones which might scare you a little more?
No, mostly heroin addicts are not. I think the weed and the alcohol make them come to life. But heroin is a downer. It makes you.
That's a heroin nod.
Nod out, see.
All right.
Yeah, like the
Nod out.
phenol.
No, you don't. Never mess with heroin. That stuff is. I've seen it kill people so young.
Yeah, I'm a pass on it. I think I'm
Thanks.
John Witherspoon, great stories, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yo, thanks for sharing and being open with us like that.
My pleasure.
Yo, so and anytime you come by, if you need help with these cards that you're struggling with,
we got you.
Y'all buy my greeting card.
Bang, 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 bang.
Four bang.
.com.
Four
Four
bang.
And I got about 25 cards, I think.
And
For every holiday.
Holiday. And if you know somebody having a baby boy, new baby, I dressed up in a baby outfit.
Oh, well, he just had a baby girl.
I have a daughter, 13 days old.
I dressed up in a girl's outfit too.
I mean,
You should go to my webpage and call it and I'll send you some.
There you go, John Witherspoon. Thank you for coming by, man.
Caroline's
having
all
me.
weekend.
Yes, sir.
All week long,
There you go.
Caroline.